everyone. Welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. Promised you that I was going to show you some footage of the brick and mortars that I went to this past week. Came back from visiting my dad in North Carolina. And on the way back, we visited a couple of brick and mortars that are well known throughout the pipe community. And so from the Dallas area, we took off and we went down I-20. And the first place that we hit, of course, is in Jackson, Mississippi. And everybody knows that in Jackson, Mississippi is the Country Squire. And so we stopped there and took a little tour of the Country Squire. Now, unfortunately, John David Cole was not there. I really had hoped that I could meet him and give him a little bit of Texas brown water, but we didn't get that opportunity. So maybe we'll have to make another trip going back there sometime. So once you pull up, it's very easy to find, by the way. It's on the north side of Jackson, and very accessible. It's in this shopping area, kind of like a strip mall, but not real cluttered, not real busy. And once you pull up, the first thing you're greeted with is their famous logo, the Country Squire logo, right above their store, their shop. And it's a very nice looking kind of southern plantation kind of look to the whole store in the front. It's really, really cool. And then as you walk in, you're welcomed by just an array of different pipe, tobaccos, and pipes, and all sorts of different tobacco paraphernalia. It's a very humble, warm, and greeting store that you walk into. It has an incredible amount of tobacco tins and bulk tobaccos to choose from. Along with an assortment of pipes. I really felt like the forte of this particular store, the Country Squire, was their tobacco selection. They had quite a bit of Cornell and Deal, McBaron. They've had all sorts of the Coalhouse and Cop brands that represent Coalhouse and Cop. It was just a really, really great selection of tobaccos. I even found 2 tins of Smoker's Havens, tins in there that were aged about 2 years, and also found a bag of Esoterica. But of course, what they're really known for is their house blend tobaccos. And so, of course, I had to sit there and sample some of them. And I didn't sample any aromatics or any Virginia blends. Everything that I sampled was English brands. And so I got to sample the Cornishman, the Angry Cornishman, the Shepherd Pie, Baker Street. There was quite a number of those. As a matter of fact, we just did an episode on Baker Street last week. So, really nice guy that was working. Didn't catch his name. I don't think he shared that with me, but really cool guy. Very nice, very helpful, um, and a nice little lounge in the back of the store as well that has, a couple of TVs back there watching people watching sports throughout the day. If you ever get a chance, you need to really make your trip to Jackson, Mississippi, and visit the Country Squire. What a nice shop, um, very warm kind of atmosphere, and met a couple of folks there from the pipe community there in Jackson that were just really helpful and really nice, and also pretty informational as well. Had some good information about the store and about the products that they sell. If you get a chance, go online to the Country Squire and check them out. Check out all their selections, and also there's a little bit of a history of the store there as well that you can kind of see. So after we were finished with the Country Squire, I spent about an hour there or so. We moved on down the road, and on the way to North Carolina, still on I-20, you hit Birmingham. And of course, the big store in Birmingham is the Briary. Now, the Briary is not really located in Birmingham. It's a little bit farther south, but it's pretty easy to get to. It's not very difficult. And once you pull up, you look at this place that they have their tobacco shop in, and it just looks like an old home. Actually, what they told me was that this home was built in 1899, um, and lots of original history and lots of original wood and everything that was used to build that home is still there today. As a matter of fact, one of the original outhouses that they used back in 1899 is still there. So when you walk into the Briary, you basically get one big room that you walk into that probably back then was the living room. And in this room is their largest selection of tobacco products. Yeah, this is for my YouTube channel. This was one of the places that I wanted to hit while we're on traveling.
Absolutely. Glad y'all did.
Just came from the Country Squire.
Oh, okay. How are those boys doing over there?
Pretty good. Your place is, I think, bigger than what they've got.
I see the wind's moving in my direction. I agree. I see you had the same response I did.
They had a pretty good selection of tinned tobaccos. as well as some bulk tobaccos. Most of their bulk stuff that I saw was aromatics, a couple of straight Virginias and English is there, but predominantly all aromatics. But their big forte is their selection of pipes. I must have seen, I'm going to guess, 200 to 250 different pipes that they had there for sale. And they had quite a few well known brands. They had names that you would know, like Nording and some of those, $100 pipes, but a lot of higher end pipes, Cavici, Castello, some of those nice Italian brands. They also, of course, they also had Peterson and things like that. But there was some pipes there from some German makers, some Danish makers, some American carvers. They had some Tinskys there. It was quite a selection of pipes.
That one I like recommend a little bit higher. It's a Nicaraguan. It's got a little bit of pepper flavor to it, but it's light. You're gonna get back to me. These are yours, right? Thanks, John.
The thing that caught my eye was a pipe that they have stamped their name on it, the Briary, and they wouldn't really tell me who was the carver. They could only tell me that it was someone up in the Seattle area. But this pipe kind of caught my eye. It was a reverse calabash, egg shaped. Here's a couple of pictures of it. Pretty fair priced, and I've smoked it probably a dozen times since I bought it, and it smokes great. So it's well made pipe, and it's a handcrafted pipe. It's not a factory pipe or anything like that. So they have those pipes available on their website as well. But you really need to check out the Briary's pipe selection. My goodness, it was really really impressive. Nice guys that worked there, very helpful, very patient guys. We took a tour of they had a back room that had other tobacco paraphernalia, but also they had like a little museum there of these old pipes and pipe tobaccos, tins, and all sorts of different things. And it was really, really cool.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that before. My dad's lived there for a while, and we've done that trip with my kids. And he lives actually he lives in South.
Look at those. Are those for sale? No.
Your specialty should not be storing reverse collection.
I don't know. These look like a collection.
Isn't that cool?
Of course, I don't know if you saw any of the.
So, if you get a chance, it was only like about 3.5 hours from Jackson, so it really wasn't that far, and it's well worth the trip. Go visit the Briary. It's a wonderful, wonderful brick and mortar store. They have a lot of stuff, a lot of history there, and some really peculiar shaped pipes that I'd never seen before. They had a nice little smoking lounge. It was not big, but it was very comfortable. And then, of course, they have one of those old-timey porches outside that you could go outside and smoke in a rocking chair. It's really cool. The weather was perfect. It was not too hot. It was really, really nice. So these were two of the places that we went to on the way to my dad's. The other two that we went to were actually while I was in North Carolina and then on the way home. So I'm going to share those with you next week. I don't want to put a video out there that's really long, that takes a long time to get through. So hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these pictures. It's not anything fancy or anything like that, but it was just a little bit to show you some of the different brick and mortars that are out there that are doing a wonderful job. If you've got places that you love that need to be on my bucket list to go visit, please send those to me, because I want to make a trip up in the New England area still. I want to make a trip up in the Midwest area, and I also want to go to the West Coast as well. So if you guys have any of your brick and mortars that are must-sees, please send those to me. I'll add them to my list, and then we'll see if we can't get them on the show at some point. So next week we'll show you the other two, which I was, the best is yet to come, guys. The best is yet to come. Really outstanding places. I love the Country Squire. I love the Briary. There were two great places. You folks in Jackson and you folks in Birmingham are very fortunate to have brick and mortar places like this that are such high quality and just really cool places to hang out. So kudos to you guys. All right, guys. Well, I'll finish this up next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, make all your piping moments count, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Have a great one. Bye.